Hello, Dave. How's it going?
Morning. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'll tell you what I'm not going to do anymore. I'm not going to introduce what number the episode is.
Number three, four,
No, it's number four.
four. Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it anymore because I can't count past five. So, but as you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll have to ask the listeners. But I don't see the point of introducing what number the episode is all the time. Do you?
Don't know.
I mean, it's going to be in the notes anyway. So
Yeah.
so
That's it.
yeah. So what have you been up to? I know you went on holiday.
Yeah, it was lush. So we're quite lucky in Wales. So they've opened up the lockdown.
Yeah.
So we can travel within the country. So we went down to Saundersfoot for the weekend, which was really, really nice. Had a weekend on the beach. Wasn't overly comfortable about it because there were quite a lot of COVID idiots about.
Okay.
Obviously not listening to the social distancing and stuff, which confused me because you've got a massive beach and everybody's still congregating in one area, which seemed a bit silly, really.
By the chip shop.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And on the ramp.
The fucking fat bastards.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The seagulls were happy because people were back, so they were loving it. But it was good. It was a nice weekend, and obviously the weather was lush. It was nice over here. It was in Holland as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that weekend. Yeah, then it's fucking been snowing ever since.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a fantastic weekend. Really good to get away. Didn't get to interview Wally the Walrus in Tenby, which I was a bit disappointed about. Like I said, I couldn't track down his solicitors to get on the show. Yeah. But you weren't having any of it. But it was good. Good, nice to be out of 4 different
it's nice to have a chance to get away.
Yeah, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So
still a bit fucked up over here.
Yeah,
I mean, there's I think about half of the workforce gone down with COVID where I work now.
Yeah,
I've got some symptoms. I've had 2 tests last week, and I've got to do another test tomorrow because I've still got this pain in my chest. So if it doesn't go away, then I'll be phoning the doctor. Oh, excuse me, but sorry, but it's a bit. I don't know. People say this. It's not real, but I know you've had your COVID injection done this week.
Yes, thankfully.
They just started doing them this week. This week now because they were holding back on it, but now they've already done about 2 million jabs, I believe. So
it's good. It's good. I know everybody was afraid of. A lot of countries were afraid of the AstraZeneca, weren't they?
Because that's what
the blood clots and stuff. But what I've been reading into it, they've said there's probably more chance of getting a blood clot from using contraception or whatever. I don't know whether they need whether that includes condoms.
Well, if they get stuck in your throat, I suppose.
But so
they was an air clot anyway.
That's it.
Airwave clot.
What they have said in the UK is they're on about not giving it I think it might be women under 30. I think. But we'll see. But everybody was there queuing up. I had to wait hour and a half to get in, even though I had a timed appointment, which I wasn't worried about really. It was just getting it done. So and the rest of the family having their jabs now because they seem to be hitting the 40 and over mark now in Wales, which is great.
Okay, yeah. I think they've started with really old people over here now.
Yeah.
Because most of them are probably on blood thinners and blood pressure medicine anyway. So they're not too concerned with the blood clots then. Yeah. So, you're gone.
Whoops, hang on.
You better plug your phone in.
I got somebody trying to get hold of me.
You should put a thing up saying on air.
Yeah.
You need a little red button.
Tell Dad I'm on air, please.
So I can't laugh too much. My chest.
No.
But sorry. Might have a COVID episode coming on.
Yeah, on air.
On air. Oh my God, cool I might die on air. So, but yeah, nice to see holiday went okay, and we've got a pretty wacky interview coming up with the Big Dirty.
Yeah, I got to be honest, that's probably the most I've laughed since the start of lockdown. Definitely, I haven't laughed so much.
Okay.
So I think interview skills went out the window. They did warn us, didn't they?
They did, yeah. For our listeners, we record it in the week, and what we're going to do is record as much as we can in the week and then release it on the Sundays. I mean, if we do record too many guests, I think we might have to start releasing a midweek episode as well.
Yeah.
Or split the interviews up. I mean, we should put it in the group, really. I mean, we've got enough people in the group now to ask, what they think, if we can get some interaction from these guys. And we definitely need them to follow us on the socials, and we need them to be subscribing on YouTube. So to try and, I mean, we've almost hit 100 in the group now, and then it's not really translating into listeners and followers. So we need these people subscribing. So get over and subscribe to YouTube, just CHOPSING, and on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all just CHOPSING. So get over and start subscribing if you can.
Yeah. I
don't really know if you need to be a member on YouTube to subscribe to stuff. So you certainly don't have to be a paid member anyway.
Yeah, I don't know because I did have an account. It was Welsh Mowgli was my old account.
Yeah,
because I uploaded videos of some band stuff that I did some time ago, but I can't get back into the account anymore. So I don't know whether it's my email has died or so my videos are still there on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything with them. And like some of them had like 3,000-4,000 views, I think, some of them, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But I can't do anything with it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, you just need to go back into it and look at it. So
yeah, I don't know. So maybe perhaps I'll have to create a new account anyway.
Well, you should be able to retrieve it.
Yeah.
We'll have a look.
But I have got loads of band videos. So when I've been to live gigs, and perhaps I could upload some of those onto our.
That might be copyright protected.
Yeah, that's a point.
But if you got that many viewers, then maybe those viewers can translate over to our channel.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll have to have a look.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
But yeah.
So what you've been doing this weekend?
Well, yeah, like I said, everybody's been going down with COVID in work. And on Wednesday, one of my closer colleagues, on Friday he was negative, and on Wednesday he was positive. And then I started feeling I took a test on Wednesday and I was negative, and I started feeling a bit sick on Thursday morning. So I told my boss, and then my boss actually sent me home. I didn't want to go home. I just wanted to do another test at work,
Yeah.
And then they sent me home because so many people are sick. Just to be on the safe side, they were like, "Oh yeah, you better go home and get tested by the government." So I got tested by the government Thursday afternoon, and I came back Friday evening, which was a bit late, but it was negative. But then because of my symptoms, they said I need to stay isolated because I've been in contact with somebody close by on Wednesday, obviously with my meeting work, and I got to stay isolated now until I get another test done, and that's got to be tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. So,
right, okay.
So I'm isolating myself as much as I can, and I'll see what I can do. See what comes back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but apart from that, yeah, not much going on really. I mean,
I hope you've put a face mask over your microphone to protect us.
I didn't, but you can't see my microphone today. I've actually changed my camera angle, so I'm not always looking up all the time, because I was looking up before, but now I figured it out how to change it. So that's always a bonus. I'm a bit thick when it comes to tech.
You are.
Consider I work with computers all day in work, and then I can't even upload a podcast properly. So
yeah,
but yeah, I got I don't know. I couldn't really find any really funny stories in the news this week.
Okay.
Obviously, Prince Philip died. That's not a funny story, but Prince Philip died, so we send our condolences to the Queen and the royal family.
Yeah.
Even though we're not really royalists, but
no, that's right.
Never nice when somebody dies.
No, definitely not. No.
Yeah, and then I found a story about some guy. You think he was not attacked quite, but he came across a werewolf about 30 years ago in Yorkshire.
Yeah?
Yeah. He said he was sitting in his car and he saw this big thing in the road, and it started walking towards him. And he realized it was too big to be a dog, and it definitely wasn't a cat.
Yeah.
So it like stood up stood up on all fours. It actually stood up on its back legs.
Yeah.
And then he came over to the car and put his massive claw hand on the window. And then he got panicked and drove off. So he's been looking for this werewolf for the last 30 years. And apparently there's some other sightings by other people. So who knows if it's true or not. I mean, maybe we should all carry a gun with a silver bullet in it so we can...
Yeah.
We sure don't get us.
That's right.
Or maybe he's been watching too much Teen Wolf like my girlfriend.
We got a funny thing on our mind. It wasn't like quite like a werewolfy sort of experience, but we were donkeys years ago. We'd been over to Jersey on holiday, and we were driving back, and it was about 2:00 in the morning coming back from Poole. And the roads are really like B roads, really small and stuff. And I remember someone come running out of the bushes, hit the car, run alongside the car, then went back into the bushes, and it was definitely like a big dog of some sort. Right? I mean, it was bigger than a Great Dane size.
Yeah.
But obviously it hit the passenger side of the car, so Sarah saw it as well. And we were both sort of like looking at each other thinking, bloody hell, what was that like? You know what I mean? But we were high on travel pills and things like that. We've both been sick on the ferry on the way over. Really bad. It was on the catamaran. It was awful. But yeah, it was like a massive come right up to the windowsill of the car. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but then I watched this thing this week with Ross Kemp on big cats in the UK. So the Tiger King in the UK. And that was really cool. And it was surprising how many wild animals are actually owned by private owners in the UK.
Yeah.
So, tigers, lions, what they call feral or serval cats, and lots of other animals, obviously big snakes and stuff, but there's also elephants in West Wales, ostriches. So they're surprising what sort of animals there are over here. And they said they're very easy to buy from over in East Europe. So if you've got contacts in Eastern Europe, or even you can just go on the internet, type in, I want to buy a lion, and it'll come up.
Okay, so, weird.
So yeah, there are some. I know there's been lots of sightings of stuff. I don't know if there's any werewolves out there though. But I can see.
Yeah. Well, talking about animals, we bought a new pet this week.
Okay.
So we bought a little budgie. He's only 6 weeks old, or she's only 6 weeks old at the moment. So she's still being hand fed. My girlfriend is hand feeding her 4 or 5 times a day. And we've called it Chopsy as a mascot for the podcast, because it is flipping Chopsy as well. Yeah, it's always whistling his head off, and I'm trying to teach it to speak. I mean, it's a bit early yet to teach it to speak, but she has to be like 3 or 4 months apparently.
Brilliant.
But start early anyway. She loves music, so we put a bit of music on for her, and she's busy whistling away.
Nice.
So I put a bit of rock music on, and I'm gonna. We just recorded a video of her being fed, so I'll try and link that into the YouTube somewhere.
Brilliant.
Not on the podcast, but a separate video.
Yeah.
Nice. She just started again, so
yeah, I can hear her.
And if you call her name, she perks up and she starts calling, and so she's pretty smart. She's going to be a pretty smart one, I think.
Awesome.
So we ordered a little flight suit, so she's gonna be wearing a nappy around, I think, so she doesn't poop everywhere. And then nice. Sherry's had birds all her childhood, and she knows how to clip their wings and everything, so
cool.
They can't fly away. But she's going to teach it with a dog whistle or something, she was saying. So that if it does accidentally get out, you just call it with a dog whistle, and it knows where to come back to.
Oh, that's good.
If it doesn't get eaten by other birds in the meantime, because they attack them for the colours. So
Oh, cool. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've asked everybody to upload their Furbies, and that can be whether they got fur, scales, it don't matter what it is, wings or feathers or whatever. I've uploaded my dog Fudge and my 2 rabbits. My daughter's uploaded her dog. She got a little Staffy, and she's also uploaded her husband as well, because he's a bit of a mongrel. He's a mixed breed, so he's
like you.
Yeah, that's right. But he has got, so I'll give a shout out to my son-in-law James Bolton. He has got a head like a melon on a cocktail stick.
Okay.
So James, there's your shout out, son.
It's melon head. So if we ever mention Melonhead in future episodes, James knows who we're talking about.
That's right. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So so if everybody can upload their pets and we'll get people talking, that's what we want, isn't it?
Yeah, CHOPSING.
So we're doing a lot of CHOPSING, but we want everybody else to interact with each other as well. Let's have a nice friendly group, isn't it?
Yeah, the more friendly the better.
Definitely.
But, yeah. I did see a post by Lily Allen on Twitter yesterday about Prince William dying.
Prince Philip, you mean?
Oh yeah, Prince Philip.
I was going to say, he haven't as well, have you?
Is Prince William dead as well?
No, I think he's live and kicking.
Prince Philip, I mean, yeah, she got absolutely murdered on Twitter yesterday. She posted a thing about Prince Philip saying, oh dear, Prince Philip has died. And then something else. And then it just escalated from there, you know.
Bit too soon.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, Prince William, if you're listening. I didn't mean to say you died, so you never know.
No, that's right.
But yeah, so sad time for the Royals. Looks like
they've had a shit time of it, haven't they, as of late? So hopefully they
can. With Meghan. Well, Meghan's not going to the funeral, which is a bonus, I think.
Yeah, but hopefully they can reconcile and put their differences behind them.
Well, she can't travel because of the baby, she said. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think Harry's on his way.
Yeah. Well, let's hopefully, something sad like this can bring them all back together a bit, isn't it? Because this life's a bit too short, really, isn't it?
Well, you know what they say about funerals and weddings? It always brings families back together, but there's usually a big fight somewhere along the line. So
there is, unfortunately, yeah.
But that's always a laugh, especially if you get on video. I don't think the Royals have been releasing theirs on video, but
oh man, I hope not.
Well, Meghan and Harry released on Oprah, so
let's hope
maybe Charles and what's his name? Who's the other brother? William? Is his name William or Harry and
William? So William's the brother, and then you got Charles, Edward.
Maybe Charles and William will beat Harry up and they'll record it for You've Been Framed or something.
Yeah, that's it. 250 quid on their way.
So what do you want to do? Should we cut to the interview?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if you want to introduce the band and
we'll introduce the band. The band we recorded this week are the Big Dirty. They're quite a comical 80s throwback band. It's a big hair and spandex, and they love singing about beer and birds, I think.
Definitely.
Not the feather kind, obviously. Chopsy's safe. And did you enjoy it, Dave?
Very much so. Yeah. Obviously, we're still honing our skills as interviewers because it's not something that we've done before. But yeah, it was a really, really good laugh, and they're some top boys, and I can't wait for them to go out on the road because I'm definitely going to go and watch them. Definitely.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to try and get them over here, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we can set a couple of gigs up in Holland for them, and then probably next year now, but within this year.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely keep in contact with them and get it on the socials. Big Dirty Band UK, I think it was, or the Big Dirty Rocks. Yeah, the Big Dirty Rocks, on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we'll post the links anyway. Cut to the interview.
Yeah, enjoy.
Right, have I stopped that now? Oh no.
You're still recording.
Oh, am I? I'm fucking useless. All right. So, lads, we've got the Big Dirty takeover on the Just CHOPSING podcast today. We've got a couple of people missing at the moment. David is just coming back from getting his COVID jab. And I think one of the band are missing. I don't know which one because I don't actually know them yet. I know this guy called Toby because I've been talking to him for 5 minutes. But his name's really James. So, so how's it going, lads? Oh, David's coming in. He's on the side, literally.
Got somebody else in. Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's David. That's my co-host, my cousin, and he's coming live from Wales. I hope he's got his bedroom light on today because he had it off yesterday for our interview.
Yeah, all good.
CD.
Very late, guys.
Hey, man.
All right, how you doing?
James is on his way, by the way. His laptop started updating while he was trying to get on, so he's got to wait for the update to finish, and he'll be on.
Oh, a nightmare.
That's vocalist for you.
Is it a Windows laptop?
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
So there's about fucking 54 updates, and then none of them are worth shit. So
He probably don't know what he's updating.
Oh,
here
he
he
is.
is.
does anybody?
No,
That's the problem, you know. It's like, oh, we're updating your computer. Don't turn it off. And then you never know what the fuck's on there. All you know is all of a sudden your memory's full and you're fucked. So
deleting all your porn.
Chris, can you hear me, Chris?
Yes.
There you are, you fat little skinhead.
where is he? I can't see him.
I couldn't
See him, he's here.
My laptop's updated. I don't fucking get on it.
England.
Oh, there he is.
I
can see him.
have. I've been out doing some romping, stomping, and I'm just.
Yeah. Big Doc Martens on.
How are you doing? All right.
Yeah, all good, man. Who's the guy I spoke to on Twitter then?
That's me, mate.
That's you, is it? Oh, so
Yeah.
you're the sensible one.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can say boring, it's fine.
He's the
Boring,
boring.
sensible, same thing.
Oh,
I'll go with boring. That's fine.
Miserable.
All of the above.
All of the above.
so what's happening, lads? This is the first time we've had like so many people on at one time, to be honest. So
What
it
was
could,
for?
it could
It
get a
could be
bit
a
chaotic.
disaster. Yeah, I think
It's
so,
my mum
mate.
and probably Chris's mum. Chris's mum always watches when I'm on.
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, we've got one fan then. So do you want to kick it off, Dave? Since you just come back from your COVID interview?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah. It was all right. Yeah, it was good. Just had to wait outside hour and a half, that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
No ill side effects yet?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
No, I'm all right.
It'll kick in tomorrow, mate. It should kick in tomorrow. You'll feel horrible.
Yeah, full-blown flu tomorrow, I think.
Yeah,
Chris, you had like a 2-day erection, didn't you, mate, after yours?
I did. Yeah.
Wrong sort of injection then.
He was a full 3 inches for like 24 hours.
Yeah, you can't knock 3 inches.
3.5. Come on.
Right, I'll give you that half. I'll give you it.
Oh, where am I? What am I doing now? I'm all over the shop, yeah. Oh, there, that's what I'm looking for.
You sorted?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you,
So, yeah,
are
so
you,
we've- You guys got a new album out then. So called The Sex.
who's going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, we we released it summer last year, basically just when the lockdown happened. So kind of snookered us a little bit, to be honest. But also at the same time, I suppose it was kind of good that it came out during the lockdown, because if we didn't have anything to come out with, I think we would have sort of fallen under a little bit and got lost.
I think a lot of bands have really struggled with content through lockdown, which is, you know, it's the same for everyone, really. It's hard. There's only so many times you can put out the same type of post before people start to lose interest. But it was a bit of a godsend, wasn't it? And I think it did considering the lockdown, and considering we had a tour planned and everything, and it all got cancelled. We haven't actually played any of the tracks on it live, apart from maybe Dirty Rider and Sensual Lover.
Whiskey Pistol.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
really, kind of, it did well for us, considering like the situation that was surrounded it. But we're working on the next one now, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah.
On the next album.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got a few things planned. We've got some gigs planned. We've got a tour planned for next year, 2022, with Thunderfuck and the Deadly Romantics, which was originally meant to happen last year.
Yeah, May, wasn't it?
But it got cancelled. So that's for next year. So we've got some stuff in the pipeline, and we'll be able to actually get out and start doing the tracks this year. It's just getting kind of back on it. I mean, we've got to do practice. We were fucking dog shit when we played live before, so now we're going to be even worse. We've really got some work ahead of it.
So have you been able to do any practice with each other at all, or are you just kind of like, you know, over the internet?
Yeah.
The last one was like September, I think. Like since lockdown, we've practiced once all together. Because Toby lives up north, like some like Hobbitville somewhere, So
Yeah.
we
Shut
played
up.
once in September, and that was it. And we had that little acoustic gig in August where we sort of had a little acoustic jamming in Chris's studio. But apart from that,
We
played
haven't,
together.
we haven't practiced as a full band we haven't played together as a full band in about, we've had one practice, haven't we, in the last year? In the last year and 12, the last 14 months, we've had one practice one day and then everything shut down again. So I was talking to Toby earlier today, and I think now that we can start getting booked in, we'll just book a row of practices, and then just obviously start on the gig circuit again, and start just building our repertoire again.
Absolutely.
That was the issue, really, wasn't it? Is that like all the rehearsal studios everywhere closed down, so it as well that fucked us up a little bit, to be honest, as well.
I think the thing is, as well, two of the guys in the band's partners are also nurses, so we couldn't really. We wouldn't have done it anyway, but we had to be really strict with the rules and the regulations. So we couldn't sneak off and try and get some little socially distanced practice in or anything like that. But like I say, I think we've managed to kind of stay relevant to a degree with social media. Obviously, it's been hard, and I think, like you say, for a lot of bands, it's
all Chris that does the social media.
Sorry?
Yeah, well, I
Chris,
found you on.
Chris is a social media bitch. He posts every day.
Chris has been mine, so we're just starting to get our social media back. I'm banned from Facebook, so I can't do anything on there.
Yeah, I keep getting banned all the time as well.
Doing me head in. So, like, the last 90 days, I've been allowed on for 3 days. Like, I think every time I do something now, they just ban me. So I made a backup account, and it's called I'm Not James Shaw. My tagline was Zuckerberg will never know. And I checked that yesterday, and that's been banned as well.
That's been banned.
So that's banned as well. So I can't do anything at the moment. I'm kind of stumped. Which is
Why did
that
get banned?
I think it got banned because they obviously. I think someone's worked out what I've done. I don't know, or because I've added so many people in such a short space of time. I don't.
I'm listening to both.
Well, it wasn't obvious at all that it was a second account.
No, it was just me with like fake glasses painted on my face.
You didn't use the same email.
Yeah, literally the same. I used the same number, the same email. It didn't take a genius to work out. That was just, that's just James being a dickhead. Right?
I've got a celebrity aura. Tell him all the time.
But no, I'm buzzing to get back on the scene. I can't wait. I'm absolutely excited. It's going to be great.
What do you do then, mate?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I work for.
No, not working. What do you do in the band?
Oh,
don't give a fuck what you're working.
I was going to say I'm a prostitute, and I didn't really want to go into it. But no, I'm the lead singer. I'm Johnny Rocket.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, I do the lead vocal. I've usually got a full head of hair, but because I'm balding on top, I've decided to get my head tattooed. So I'm sort of preparing myself for that. So I've shaved everything off at the moment, and then and I usually don't look like a 1980s
skinhead,
Dr. Martin wearing skinhead, but I've just come back from work. I'm the lead singer of the band, so I provide the beautiful vocals that you hear on those tracks.
Okay, so looking at, I've been listening to your album and your EP, obviously, because it's all on Spotify, and it's easy to see where you get your inspiration from. You know, beer and tits, and so
it's very sort of sleaze and kind of glam and things like that. I think we've said for the next album we will always have that. We'll always have that sex rock vibe, but we are going to throw a few more kind of more mature side songs in there, so people get to see the other side of us as well. So it's not just all sex rock.
Yeah. I mean. I came across you and it reminded me a little bit. There used to be an old rock band called Wrathchild.
I'll make my 3 nights.
And they were like a real glam rock band.
Who was that? Sorry, you broke up there.
Wrathchild?
Wrathchild. Is that with a W?
Yeah.
I think I might have actually heard of them. I'm sure someone's compared us to them before.
Yeah.
A long, like, I'm sure we were at a gig and someone said something about. I'm sure it was that band.
It probably was.
To a few,
yeah.
We get like a kind of a poor man's Motley Crue, Steel
Panther.
Yeah, very poor. So we get a few of them, but I think we've got our own identity. And the thing is, we're not really trying to be anything. The more outrageous we can be, the more we like it. I think some people think that we're taking the piss, and we always say this, like, we don't take ourselves very seriously.
Yeah.
No one's forcing us to be in a band. We do it because we love it.
That's
but
right.
we take our craft very seriously. There's a lot of work goes into the music and the production. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes that what the musicians and what people within the music, especially the rock and metal world, you get people that are really cool and you get people that are really anal, and it just depends kind of. So some people look at us like we're taking the piss, and some people obviously get what we're coming from. So. You're always going to get that. You can't please everyone. Yeah.
It depends who's taking it.
Do you think, because of the music that you put out, or mainly the lyrics, do you think you sort of limit yourself to a particular audience, maybe?
Yeah, I think we had this conversation the other day. I think we pigeonholed slightly because obviously the lyrics in some of the songs are very, very tongue-in-cheek and very extreme. There are some that are a lot more commercial, but it was kind of, it's one of those things where we wanted to do something we wanted to do, and if you do a good product, if you make a good product, people hear it. It will. You don't have to. I mean, you look at bands like, we say this, like you've got Anal Cunt, and you've got like, who else have you got? Like Steel Panther, and that they've had commercial success. I mean, Anal Cunt haven't had much, but you've got bands that are really on that extreme side. So there is a market, but like I say, I think we're going to probably tidy up the lyrics a little more for the next album, just to kind of make it a little more commercially acceptable while still keeping sort of our trademark style.
They're not too extreme, are they?
Yeah, there'll still be a couple in there. I'm sure there'll be some clangers, but generally just a little bit more easy on the ear.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I love it, but Dirty Rider's got like, go brush your teeth with my white creamy paste and things like that. And
but that's all like tongue in cheek stuff, isn't it? It's like it's like old fashioned innuendos, like the old postcards and shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing offensive in there. It's good party tunes, but it's just obviously you're never going to hear it on Radio 1. Not unless they press the wrong track by accident. But, no, you know what I mean? No, it's all cool. But we love what we do anyway. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's good. Because I was checking out the videos, and first of all, I was listening to you guys on Spotify, and I come across the song Hush.
Oh, I love that's my favourite song.
And I thought, man, I'd like to see what the video is on that. Purely because of the subject content.
That's one of the ones where I don't know. We did have some ideas. Me and Cutler, JC, we spoke about a few ideas for this one, and we haven't got around to doing them yet. But it's something I'd like to explore at some point in the future. It's pretty easy to work out what it's about.
None of our music videos we can promote on Facebook, so we need to start like tidying up our music videos, because as soon as we get on Facebook, we spend all that money doing them, then we can't fucking promote them or put a boost on them. So like, there's ass in it, there's tits in it, so having a thing about women's pubic hair on fucking Facebook probably wouldn't have worked very well, would it?
We're supporting the bush. We're supporting the bush. That's what we're doing.
Support the bush, ladies bush.
We're leading the charge.
So how long have you guys been together as a band then?
For about 7 years when we originally started again. But me and James, Johnny Rocket, have been in bands since we were 15 together.
Yeah.
So about 18 years. But really, we say since Chris joined and Toby, it's about 2 years, we kind of reinvented the band, the look, all brand new songs. Really,
there was a big dirty, weren't they, Cutler? There was a big dirty before this, but it wasn't what it is now. There wasn't any. The stage,
very dirty, really.
Yeah, we were very like dirty, and we didn't wear the same kind of outfits and gear and stage. We didn't have the same stage shows, and I wasn't Johnny Rocket. I was just James Shaw.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. So we kind of got to a point where we were about to call it a day, and we did kind of call it a day. And then Chris came along, and then Toby came along, and we just kind of started again. And I think because he had them people. They weren't bored of it. They were ready, and so we stripped everything back. We completely cut out all of our old songs and we just started from scratch.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, it's been about 2.5, maybe knocking on 3 years since the Big Dirty sort of came out as what we are now. And obviously one of those years has been obviously COVID.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's a
sort of
full
2
year
years.
now, isn't it? Yeah.
So I mean, I think we've done all right. You know, we're not doing too badly.
Yeah. Have you all got sort of same inspirations musically?
No, we're all very diverse. Yeah, we all have very different tastes in music. Like similar in some aspects, but then what we can be worlds apart in others as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I
What do you like?
I listen to like I don't get me wrong. I'm well at home with metal and rock, but I'll spend a day listening to. The other day I listened to the entire Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark album, and I listened to like Toya Wilcox, and I mean this morning I was listening to fucking The Love Affair and like from like 60. So yeah, but then I'm more than at home listening to Ministry of Sound and Happy Hardcore just as much as I am listening to the Beatles and fucking David Bowie. So I think that but I mean, Chris, you're more into your kind of classic guitar rock, aren't you? And
anything, blues. I love blues, like Southern blues. I'm really into like Eric Gales at the moment, Larkin Poe or Awesome. If you haven't heard of them, check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like JC's got a bit more of a heavier taste, haven't you? Really, like
old school emo, screamo stuff, like 2004, The Used,
like Tupac,
shit like that as well.
Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac. Everyone loves Tupac, so yeah.
And like Toby loves like Fleetwood Mac and things like that, don't you? Really? So we've got like we like a lot of the same stuff, but then we also have very different tastes as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's probably what brings you all together, you know.
Yeah,
being so diverse as a band, and then as individual members, and then bringing it all into the soup.
Yeah,
I think it really helps with the album as well. If you listen to some of the songs on the album, there's some really diverse tracks. There's a thread that runs through it, and it works really well. But nothing sounds quite the same as the previous track. You kind of get it's washed over with sort of the same paint, but everything's slightly different, isn't it? There's it's a very diverse thread that runs through it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
We definitely want to expand on that for the next album, as we said. Like we like the sexy vibe, but we felt like the sex. A lot of people listened to it, and it kind of pigeonholed us and turned a lot of people off just from the lyrical content, even though it wasn't like grotesque. But still, some people still want to hear it. So we definitely want to clean up some of the lyrics, and we're going to experiment in some sounds and be a lot more diverse in kind of like have like strings and like piano and stuff in one song, but still be us. But then it'd be really hard and rocky, and then we want to really mix like what's like what is that now that's what we call music album, but it's all about sexy shit. It's all completely random.
I mean, it's still going to be us. It's still going to be the same sound. It's just a slight tweaking on the lyrical content, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was our biggest. Like people loved us for it, but then at the same time, if there was no in between, it was either people really loved the sex. I mean, the majority did, which was great, but the ones that didn't hated it. So. Like the reviews were either beautiful or they were scathing, but the scathing reviews were funny as well. So I think we put them out on Facebook. We did like a Johnny story time, and I'd read a little line from our favorite bad reviews, and we took it all in our stride. It was, you can't please everyone, and it's good to get a bit of negative feedback because I suppose it provides good content and it gives you a kind of a direction to say, okay, maybe we do take everything in. So it's not like we just said, oh fuck you, you're wrong. We were like, okay. Yeah. He's got a point, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I think one guy was just like, "I hate you."
Full stop.
Like, hey, fair enough. I don't know what to take from that. These things happen, but it's cool. Kind of, you adapt and you grow from it, and I think that's what the best kind of bands do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing off that kind of new stuff, but. It'll still be the same. And like I said, we haven't even played the Sex live yet, so we've still got a hell of a lot of work to do there. So there's a lot to come in the pipeline.
Yeah. Have you actually got anything booked at the moment, or gig-wise for later on this year, or is it all next year?
We've got a big. Are we allowed to say, Chris?
Yeah, we can say, yeah.
So do you know about the swine video? I don't know if you know about this. So for the last 3 years, we've been working on a video. And it's like
it's not a video though, is it? It's like a short movie.
Like, so, well,
now.
basically,
Yeah.
it was meant to be a music video 3 years ago, and that was when the two. Chris wasn't even in the band. Chris was doing the score for it, and then it was the other two original members, and it was basically based. I think at the time it was like a sort of a what's the word, Chris? A thingy project, like a.
Collaboration.
No, yeah, it
I
was
think Chris
collaboration.
should explain this.
Yeah.
You're like, James, take 15 minutes to tell him what it's about.
Yeah, Chris,
Sorry, James, just fallen asleep. What did I miss?
Right,
Chris, you tell him what it's about.
I'll explain. But
you explain, Chris.
basically, a production company who did one of the music videos for the band before I was in it sort of approached them and also me, because I'd worked with them separately, and said, let's do this big collaboration project.
Passion project. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, carry on.
Okay. So yeah, they came to me, said, you produce the song, the band will make the song. We're going to get 2 rappers involved from Northampton. So it can be like a big collaboration between artists and producers and videographers and whatever in Northampton. Basically showing off what talent there is in Northampton. I don't know why they picked us, but
Limited
yeah.
talent.
But through doing that, I ended up joining the band. So as well as like producing the track, I'm now playing in the track as well. So we did this, we wrote the track, and then it was just going to be a music video to it. But that kind of evolved into now a short narrative film alongside the music video.
Okay.
20 minutes long.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's
It's like
there's
Thriller.
that-
That's what it is.
kind of, yeah.
Any werewolves in it?
It's crazy.
There's like 15 minutes of like narrative before the music video actually happens. The music video happens, and then there's like another 5 minutes after that. So that's sort of been going on for a while. Obviously, it took a little while to write and produce the track. Then we had to raise funds to do the video. Then we had to film the video, which was a nightmare, and we had to do that over like 4 months, and it was a pain in the ass. And then COVID happened, and we couldn't do any more filming, and yada yada yada. So it's taken a little while, but we're going to be releasing that in June, and for it, we're going to do like a big gig.
It's like at the Picture Dome in Northampton, which is like a big old picture house. So it's got a big stage.
Oh, right, yeah.
A lot of bands, so they'll play that. We'll do a big gig with it, and that'll be our comeback. That'll be our first gig, won't it, out of this year? And then we got a few things lined up. There's a few home shows that we've got lined up. There's potential shows. I mean, we don't know about. We may be playing Wildfire. We're not 100% sure yet, because that was arranged before COVID. And we're starting
stuff next year.
Yeah, we're starting to get a few. We're getting a few people contacting us about gigs and stuff. And then, like I say, we've got the tour for next year planned, and a few things. So it's starting to come into fruition. It's just, it's just getting back on the horse, really, I suppose.
Yeah. Get him in the Dragonfly, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all put on a few pounds as well, so I want to get rid of that before I get back into those tights.
Back in your spandex.
But yeah, it'll be a good second half of the year. Really, really good, I think.
Yeah, let's hope so. Everything opens back up again,
Yeah.
I mean, we're still pretty stuck over here in Holland. It's a bit fucked up, like, because they're not really pushing the injections yet, because they're waiting to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
And so
I said this, like, it was. I was talking to my friend about this, and he was like, "I don't trust the things the government was saying." He was like, I don't know why you're going to take it. And I said, look, mate, I spend my weekend shoving God knows what up my nose, knowing that that's going to kill me.
yeah.
I'm not bothered about a vaccine.
Well, that's said like a true rock star, because most people just fucking deny it. And then, they're drinking and they're doing party drugs, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm not taking the fucking vaccine, mate.
Like,
I don't know what's in it,
I'm doing things and eating things that I know are killing me. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to mind trying something that I've only got half a chance of killing me and half a chance of saving me. So that's what it is. But
Yeah.
no, I'm taking it. But yeah. So it's funny.
So your 15-minute video then is going to be a bit like Kiss meets Salt and Pepper, or from the rapping aspect of it and the.
It's really hard
It
to
works
explain.
well, doesn't it, Chris? It's not like people are going to think. It works really well, actually.
Yeah, it's I'd sort of lean more towards like Jay-Z, Linkin Park type thing, but
Okay.
more
Also, nothing
classic.
like that at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is like nothing else, to be fair. I don't know, most bands would probably try and say that to try and promote it, but I can't think of anything quite like it. It's even for us,
like
musically,
classic rock, but then hard
Yeah.
rock, but like kind of like mod, like grime, but then like
Yeah,
American.
it's not rap, is it?
Like,
It's like more grime.
It's
than
really,
rap.
it's very. I mean, Danny, Drunken Master, who raps on it. I reckon he's very Americanized, isn't he? It's that kind of style of rapping.
Okay.
And it's really cool. Like, we did have a few of it. We tried out a few of it, and it just didn't work. But he's it's really commercial. I think it's good. I think I'm actually. I was like, at first I was a bit like, this is going to sound really random, but it actually ended up working really well. And the video's crazy. Like, it's like a Michael Bay action movie sort of,
yeah.
but on a much sort of scaled down kind
Yeah.
of like level. But it's crazy, man. The stuff they've managed to pull off in this video. It's the same guys that did Rhythm of My Drum, which was that one that we did. Was, I don't know if you've seen it, set in the strip club, and it had like in heaven, and it's crazy. But they've done that, and because, like I say, it was their passion project. They've put so much work into it, like the special effects they've done for it, and they've got all sorts. I can't say without giving it away, and I really want to say, but you wait and see it. It's fucking mental. You'll love it.
Well, it sounds really interesting. You know, the way you've described it, that you're going to play it in the hall, you know, in the old cinema type hall, play it on the big screen, and then have the band play. I mean, that's just an amazing project in itself, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know?
it's going to be a fucking good night. We've had 3 years of this, so it'll be a mad session. There'll be a lot of drinking. I think we're going to invite everyone that was in the video. How many people were in that video, Chris? There's so many people.
Probably about 100. Yeah.
So we're going to invite all of them.
Extras.
Yeah, all the extras, all the actors. You know, we're not bothered about making money. So I don't, you know, we're not asked about that. I don't know what the deal is with what you'd have to go on the door, but the whole thing for this, for us and everyone involved, is just getting the video out there and just, you know, everyone enjoying the finished product.
Yeah. It's about showing what we can do, really, isn't it? And showing that, like with the sex, we're not just singing about girls' bushes and shit like that.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
And beer.
Singing about
beer and bushes.
It just shows that. I think it shows that we're actually serious musicians, first and foremost, and we actually care about what we're putting out there.
Yeah. Well, I never really looked at it as a, you know, I've looked at it as probably more of, like I said, like a Rothschild type band, you know, big 80s glam rock, you know, singing about strippers and beer and.
You know? I mean, it's fun. You can't really go wrong, can you, with it? People, you know, it's always going to be a good show. People know as soon as we're up, because, you know, we get changed. We come in, we turn up in our gear. We got, you know, the more outrageous the makeup. I've got all sorts coming this year. We've got our whiskey cannon that we take with us everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so there's all sorts of things go on, and we like to do things. You know, I think for the next one we said that, you know, we're going to do a few things like. It'll be the best dressed. We always give away like a big bottle of whiskey. So in competition. So we're going to take a big bottle of Fireball and kind of maybe give it away to the best dressed of the night, something like that. Just something to really make it fun for the audience as well as views. You know what I mean? We want it to be like a party instead of just a gig.
Yeah, like a bit Rocky Horror type stuff. You know,
people can get involved. You know, we like that. So it's really cool. We always have a lot of crowd interaction at the gigs, and it's awesome because you know, I don't want it to be just about come look at me, look at me, look at me. It's you know, these people have come to see you play. You know, you give them a show and you help. You know, you get them involved.
Yeah, that's always better. I mean, not enough bands do that, really, do they?
Nah, I think sometimes it can be a bit of a I don't know. It's just my opinion. I think some bands, I think in a good way, but some bands can take everything a little bit too seriously.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's just nice to sit back and look at what you've achieved and just enjoy yourself. And
Have a fucking party.
Yeah, have
Absolutely.
You know, and you've got fucking hundreds of people having a party with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be
You can't get any better, can you? Really?
No, not at all. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think at our gigs as well, sometimes the more fun stuff happens in the crowd anyway. It's fucking funny just looking out and looking at some
Watching
crazy
people.
watching people do stupid shit.
It's a mad shit. Yeah, we've got like a really cool fan base, and you get like those hardcore ones that kind of go to every gig.
Yeah.
And you spot them a mile away, and they're awesome, and they're always slaughtered, it's just great, you know. And then, like I say, we never just go home after a gig. It's always a case of, right, let's stay, let's all go out, you know. And it's a lot of fun. I always look forward to it, and not just because we're playing, just because of everything that's going to happen after and before. It's great.
Yeah.
We all love it.
Yeah, that's good, man. As long as you enjoy it, you know. And if you can make everybody else feel like they're part of your enjoyment, then it goes a long way.
Yeah,
It's all about interaction, and making people feel like they're part of what's going on, and it's not just about the band; it's about everybody like fucking rocking out together, isn't it? And just involved.
Well, even if you can take the time to join them after the show, you know, it encourages people to come again. You know, it just makes everybody feel part of something.
It makes a difference, and people like notice it as well. And that's a lot of people have said like about us that we actually care about people, and we don't just do it because it's strategy and we want to look better. We do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
B, because we've made some epic friends who were fans, and now we actually hang around with and have a laugh with.
Weddings for fans that have become friends now. We hang out with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, we played their wedding. We played. It was Haley and Elliot, two of our
absolute
fans.
fucking carnage.
Absolutely,
it was absolute carnage.
Bad. We fucked their whole wedding up, but it was amazing. Like by the time we probably got into the fourth song, I reckon I'd forgotten the lyrics to almost everything we learned, and I reckon about 60% of the people left. But the
my Sharona lasted 8 minutes.
My Sharona, I didn't remember. It's My Sharona. It's probably the easiest lyric. I couldn't remember the lyrics. I was slaughtered. I was shooting people with a whiskey can, and her dress was just covered in Fireball whiskey. But it was a great night. It was a really fun night. I think, you know, like I said, I think some of the older generation probably didn't like it as much as we did. But, you know, we met Lee Hooley. I think that's where we met Lee Hooley, isn't it, Chris? He was
he was the DJ of the night. But it all just comes through just interacting with people and having a laugh and just being genuine.
Yeah, they met us at a festival, didn't they, and asked us to play the wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
We met them at the.
I think we fully expected it to be, you know, like a biker rally festival.
Yeah.
We're looking at them, we were like, oh, it'll just be like full of rockers. We turn up to the venue and it's just like the most normal wedding you've ever seen. Really nice, gorgeously dressed, everything. And we turn up in like our snakeskin leopard print. And we're like, where do you want us?
People were just like, look at these fucking cunts.
Chris was like,
you're at the wrong place, mate.
Chris was on there, like playing his guitar. Absolute carnage.
I think we knew straight away this is going to be weird. We got asked to play another one this year. We got asked to play another one in August, but I don't think we're going to be ready for it.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see.
I don't think they're going to be ready for it.
No one ever is.
It depends if they're going to dress up or not. You know, if they want to do a fancy dress type wedding, then you got to do it then.
Down with, but it's always a bit awkward when, you know, you got people in like £600-700 like
suits and
tuxedos,
shit.
And then I'm there in a pair of fucking women's tights with like, you know, massive white boots on and red and pink makeup, and it's just like, all right, mate. It's like, yeah, you. You know, it's a bit weird, but no, it'd be fun. We enjoy it. I love the fans; they're all fantastic. And Mama Bertie, so we got a one called Samantha Knight who runs our fan page, and we always give her a little shout out. She's great. She's probably our biggest fan, and she's absolutely fantastic.
She's a police officer.
Yeah,
she
is, yeah.
Of all things, yeah. She came. We had a party before, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a party up here when we like hired a hot tub and stuff, and she came. Does she live in Sheffield or somewhere? quite far.
Yeah, I think it's
somewhere,
Sheffield. Yeah.
We had a party before at one of my friends' house. He's got loads of land, so we hired a hot tub and just had a crazy party. And it was like a party that was made for like 100 people, and I think there was about 10 people that turned up.
Yeah, it was great.
But it was like us and Sam and like a couple of other people, and it was just the best night, wasn't it?
It was a good night. I enjoyed it.
But yeah, she was there and all of her glory in the hot tub.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Ben Kingsley. Remember Ben Kingsley in the hot tub?
I do remember Ben Kingsley in the hot tub. Yeah.
That's the night we wrote Hush, that was.
Yeah, I remember listening. I was inside listening to. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I was inside listening to. I was listening to Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, and I remember just coming out, and I remember CDD, and it might have been Toby, or I don't know, was just sat in the hot tub, and it was like probably about 1 or 2 in the morning. And there was this guy who was a spitting image of Ben Kingsley, and I remember he must have been in his 50s, and he was just sort of floating next to Chris, and they were having the most serious conversation. And I just kind of walked past, and I just remember hearing him saying, "Yeah, I think the most," because he's gay, which is not a problem, I don't care, but I just remember hearing him say, "Yeah, I think the most cocks I've had in my ass at one time was about 4 or 5." And Chris was like, "Oh wow!" And I just turned around. I just turned around and walked back in. I was like, "This is fucking better."
Is that Gandhi, Ben Kingsley?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks just like him. It was a funny party. So,
It was
like,
funny
crazy.
party, I loved it.
Yeah.
Didn't loads of little lambs end up coming with some farmers? There was like little baby lambs.
No,
Did someone bring some lambs at some point? There was some lambs there.
it was
No,
Ganu.
they've got
It was
lambs,
Ganu,
though.
yeah.
They brought these like silver mannequins, didn't they? And there was just these fucking silver mannequins like
It was all
dotted all around the
mannequins.
garden. Like real
I burnt my
human-sized
I burnt my testicles on the fire.
Oh, you put your balls on the fire. That nearly made me cry watching that. I was like, oh, they're gonna
me
burn.
cry.
They're gonna burn off.
The baked potatoes.
Anyway.
Anyway, sorry, I think we've gone off subject here.
Yeah, well, now we've got on to stripping police women, and it all runs in a vein.
Yeah.
Hope she doesn't get fired if she watches this.
Yeah, you definitely name dropped her as well in that, didn't you?
No, I meant a different Samantha Knight.
Yeah. Even gave her a town away, what precinct she works in. She works in Sheffield. Yeah.
You got any questions, Dave?
I don't know. I've been a bit thrown off as well now.
It was never going to go smoothly. It never does these interviews.
Yeah.
They never go the way you want it to be.
So yeah, so obviously when you start gigging and stuff again, what sort of bands would you like to try and collaborate with or support? Or are there any big bands out there that you'd like to work with?
We were meant to be playing with The Treatment, weren't we, Chris, before this happened? And
In May, wasn't it?
yeah, in May, The Treatment. And there's a few cool bands on the scene now. We play with, I don't know if you know, Empire. So Empire are good friends of ours. We've played with them last year. And they're really cool guys. They're another band from Northampton. But you've got like Evil Scarecrow, Hell's Addiction, Scam, Inglorious. There's a few bands kind of out there that we'd like to kind of share the stage with. Scarlet Rebel.
Crew.
Motley Crue, yeah. Kiss.
Kind of like I'm
Meatloaf.
kind of thinking next door, yeah. Massive Wagons and people like that. But yeah, I suppose
Little Mix.
Yeah, Little Mix. I'd love to go to stage with.
Or a hot tub.
Yeah, or a hot tub. Yeah. But without Ben Kingsley this time. But yeah, I don't know. What about you, Chris? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it will happen, but obviously we've kind of got like someone who's got a semi connection with Steel Panther, who's trying to root for us to play a show with them. So maybe
Michael Starr gave us a bit of a shout out. He's listened to us a couple of times, hasn't he? And he sort of said like he did send us a message and say when they come to the UK, we should meet up and do a show, which would be awesome.
It was a video of him listening to one of our songs, wasn't it? And he was fucking rocking out to it. So the fact that he's heard our music is enough. Then it's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, people often say like, "Oh, you're trying to be like Steel Panther," but we're not. Like Steel Panther, I think that they are a parody band, and they know they are, and they're a great parody
I think
band.
it's more the attire. I think it's
Yeah,
more
it's the
about
attire.
what they wear. It's more
Yeah.
like the fun glam stuff, isn't it?
People,
Yeah.
you know, it's the first thing people say. Oh, you're like, it's like, look, they're not the only band in the world that kind of wear this, and they're obviously taking kind of examples from the sort of grandfathers of sleaze rock and glam rock themselves. So, you know, it's just what it is, isn't it? I think people, you know, we're kind of very much our own entity with our music, 100%.
What sort of venues are you playing in? What size venues have you been playing?
Still pretty.
We did have Wembley Stadium booked, but only 7 people bought tickets. So
Oh, right, okay.
And that was my mum and her mates, and even one of them didn't want to go. Had to fucking give us some strawberries.
Nothing too big at the minute. Still like purple rock club venues and stuff in it. It's nothing huge at the minute. We've obviously played some good festivals the last couple of years, but nothing massive really.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we should start doing some O2 Academy size venues. You know, where it's like quite small and intimate, but a really good sound.
We've done O2, haven't we? We did O2.
Yeah, Toby didn't know, he weren't part of the band then.
Oh,
we've done like the Scala, and we've done some of the big venues in London, back in Camden. You know, we've got
what's the one in Reading where they do Crazy Cowboy Festival?
Oh yeah, we played that one. I can't
Face
remember what it's
Bar.
called.
Is it
That
Face
was a cool
Bar?
one. Yeah, Face Bar.
That's a good place. That's quite iconic, isn't it? That's big-ish.
So I mean, to be fair, like when we play at home or even if we play a small show, it's always packed, isn't it? You know what I mean? We'll always pack a home show out.
We're coming to Holland. We want to come to Holland.
I want to come to Holland. I'll come to Holland. And
I bet you will.
I will.
Tour around will be there.
I didn't mean Holland. I meant somewhere else. But I mean, I suppose it's just moving away up. But I think we're not arrogant. You know what I mean? If a good show is a good show, you know what I mean? If it's intimate, if it's big, as long as you put on a good show, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Do you do your own booking then, or?
Yeah.
At the moment, we've got talks with management. We have management, and it kind of fell apart during lockdown because there wasn't a lot for him to do, and we had, I think, artistic differences, so we kind of went our own separate ways. But amicably, we're still friends. And we're in talks at the moment about possible management. So at the moment, we're doing everything ourselves. But to be honest, through lockdown, you didn't really need anything else for that. So you know, but yeah, we're looking to get that sorted out for when we kind of go back onto the scene. But like I say, a lot of the bands, you can do a lot of the stuff yourself if you just, you know, if you know what you're doing. Hopefully we'll get something sorted within the next couple of months, and then that'll be that. Yeah,
let's get out of this lockdown first, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
fuck that.
That's first and foremost. Like, and I mean, not only for you guys, but for fucking the rest of the country and the rest of Europe, really. You know, I mean, we're fucked. So
it's been the weirdest.
Where are you at then? Are you in full on lockdown where you are?
Yeah, it's just getting worse. You know,
really?
We went into lockdown last March, I think it was, and then around September they sort of like said, all right, we're gonna be a bit loose with the rules, and things started opening back up, no gyms and stuff, and libraries, and then 2 weeks everything was open for 2 weeks, and then it was all fucked again, and everything shut down, and now we're pretty much still in the same situation where there's nothing open, only the kids are in school, which is lucky, you know, lucky for me because I got a little girl, but I'm working. Because I had to have like 3 or 4 months off work, you know, last summer because everything was shut. And then I got furloughed. And then obviously the kids were off school as well, so I was homeschooling, you know. And then they said, oh, maybe after Christmas we can start opening things back up again. But it never came. It's just getting worse and worse now. And then like,
I've got a daughter.
Like similar to what we've had though, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just starting to come out now, aren't we? Kind of come sort of out because we opened everything up and it went to shit again, and then we're kind of slowly coming out. So I think they've said this is hopefully the last one. They're going to kind of treat it like the flu, I suppose. But you don't know. I know they've extended the law until the end of the year, but we've
still got curfew. We have.
Have you?
Yeah, 10 o'clock curfew. They just extended it an hour. It was a 9 o'clock curfew till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
That,
But now,
no, we did. We did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we
we
had
did,
a
yeah.
curfew. Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
had like hospitality venues and things had to close at 10 and everybody out by 10.
You
Yeah,
mean
but
like curfews?
yeah,
and
but we got
everyone
nothing
has to be
open,
home
no
by-
restaurants, no
are
bars.
you talking about? Are
No.
you talking about curfew? Like you can't be out past
Yeah,
that time.
you can't be on the street.
Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't have that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
Oh,
didn't
did
yeah,
have
no, we've
that.
never been. No, we've not had that.
yeah.
That's
It was
like-
9:00. Then they made a fuss about it in the government, so they made it 9:30. And now because the clocks have just gone forward, they made it 10:00. So
Fucking
you
hell.
can't be on the street after 10.
Do you
And
just get
yeah.
fined if you
Yeah,
get caught?
Fucking nightmare. Sorry.
It's shit. What?
Do you just get fined if you get caught? out and
Yeah, you
about?
do. Yeah, yeah. 100 quid, I think it is.
I
What
think the
about
thing is,
so you're not allowed to work and shit? So
Yeah,
fucked.
we got a special. We got a special paper from work. You know.
yeah, that's what we had to
Yeah.
get. It's weird. I stopped on the motorway on the. I worked all the way through it because I'm a drainage. I work in the drainage industry.
All right. Yeah.
Because every fucker went out and bought toilet rolls, and we were busier than ever. Yeah, and I remember I stopped on the M40 at one point, and I pulled over on the side, and there wasn't a single vehicle in sight. It was weird.
Yeah, it is
and I
weird,
remember
isn't
taking a couple of pictures. Yeah, like now it's kind of. I think after a few months, it started to return back. I think a lot of people kind of forced themselves back into work and did whatever, and just wanted to get out. But it's been the strangest time of everyone's life. But I think I'm going to massively appreciate all the stuff that I took for granted before now, like
Yeah.
family and spending time with people and seeing friends and things like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, and I think it's good for my daughter. My daughter's back in school. She hates it. She spent a year on Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah, like she did her homeschooling, but then she was straight on the Xbox. So she's kind of pissed off that it's all over. But for me and my wife, it's fantastic.
yeah. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but no, I think yeah, it's going to be. I'm really, really excited. But I like you say, it's kind of you don't want to, it's. I still feel for the rest of the world. Obviously, a lot of people are still in really bad positions. So just got to hope that it's never going to blow over. Is it something we're going to have to learn to live with? But
Yeah.
hopefully everything can start opening up pretty soon.
Yeah, well, you're pretty lucky, aren't you? Because I think David was saying that most of the country is going to be fully inoculated, if you like, for a better word, by June or July.
Yeah.
We've got the 21st of June is the day where everything opens and all rules and restrictions are lifted. So I booked the 22nd, 23rd off, and I told my wife, just do not expect me home, and if I am, I won't be in any coherent way. So I'm planning that the football's on, the Euros are on, and yeah, I'll be out getting spangled. But
and our swine thing's on the 23rd, so
you are
24th.
24th. Yeah,
Toby's
24th.
birthday, isn't it?
Toby's birthday.
Our
yeah.
birthday, so it's going to be absolutely fucking grand carnage.
Yeah. Oh man, you got to. Yeah. Well, you need to get some practice in then. I mean, not for the carnage. I mean, for your gigs.
Just drink, Toby, drink now.
I'm practicing now.
No, you're not. Shut
Yeah, he's
up.
cooking spaghetti for his missus, I think.
Toby's not cooking anything. He's just spent an hour trying to open the tin.
He's literally just walking around with his dick out, just flapping it about as he's walking around.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Cheeky
So-
bastard.
Got any more, Dave?
No, nothing. I don't think.
You've exhausted
Sorry,
your.
Dave. Sorry
Yeah.
if we come across a little bit intimidating, but when we're all together, we just fucking absolute rant on about nothing for hours and hours.
That's what we've done this hour.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
It is.
I mean, that's what we do when you meet us in person. That is what we have literally done for the last hour. It's just chat shit.
talking absolute nonsense for like ever.
Well,
It's
that's,
been fun. I enjoy these.
that's
it's
what
good.
that's what makes it fun, you know.
Connect
But
to
have
lots
you
of
ever played outside the UK? Then have you ever done any gigs over here on the?
No, we were meant to be
mainland
going
Europe?
we were meant to be going to Ireland for part of the tour, and then they
We're
were
just waiting
saying-
for you.
Then they were saying about
me?
Europe, but it just never came to fruition because of COVID. So really, we haven't done anything. But I'd love to get to like Germany, and I'd love to get to Holland, and I'd love to get to, that kind of side of Europe, because there's a really,
Norway.
really cool scene over there.
Yeah. Have you got a
And
van?
America is a massive, massive one for me. I really want to go to America and do some shows over there because I think they've got such diverse styles of music. You know, you can find a crowd for everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Have you got a van?
We've got vans, yeah.
No, I don't
Chris
mean
has a
like
van.
multiple
Not a travel
vans. Have
van,
you got
no.
a van that you can all travel in?
Yeah, of course.
Transit. So
We
like,
can get a van, we can hire a van. That's not a problem. Listen, you sort us out with a show over there, and we'll get over.
Yeah, maybe I can sort a couple out. To be honest.
Yeah, we'd have to come over for a few, I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
maybe
worth
Just
it
do it
for.
properly.
Yeah, we'll have to have a proper chat. I mean, we wouldn't do it on the air, like, but
No,
Yeah.
we sort us out some shows in Holland, and we'll come over and we'll crack some cans and we'll break some hearts. Definitely.
don't break mine.
never.
I don't want your
sweet
3.5 inches.
Ben. That's
Don't
on
worry
a
where it
good
should
day as
be.
well. I heard it's cold in Holland.
The fucking snow, we had fucking 5 centimeters of snow today.
You know, Chris, you might be able to measure
5
that.
centimeters.
Yeah, they said it was going to be 5
yesterday,
centimeters, but it was a bit more than that actually. But
Yeah. We've had some snow yesterday, random snow, really strange. Like it was like hot. We got sunburned like a couple of days before, and then
Yeah.
it snowed.
yeah, same over here.
Yeah, really strange weather.
But it was my birthday on Monday, and it was snowing, and I don't remember it, but it was snowing when I was born. You know, so I consider it. I consider this year my rebirth.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Coming out
And
of the snow.
what a way to spend it than chatting to us, eh? Oh no, that.
So yeah, it's great.
Oh my God.
Who's that?
Thank
Oh.
you.
All right. Sorry, lads, I'm just taking.
I think she's burnt the spaghetti.
Oh,
I've just taken the last of the food. Sorry about.
where's he gone now? He's just busy looking at his ceiling.
He's not very good with interviews, to be honest. He's not very good with much.
Hey,
Well, he gave me like 4 different names before you lot came on.
just had to run up to the pen. No, I was trying to explain to Kev that we've got names and then we've got stage names, and he was like, "So are you JC?" And I said, "No, I'm Toby, and my name is T on stage, whatever."
Your team.
Dog.
And then he said
then
his
I
name was
like,
James.
So we've got James, and then we've got James, and they're both Jameses, but one of them's Johnny Rocket and one of them's JC. And he was like, "So are you JC?" David's fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like-
There's somebody trying to ring me.
So he thought I was called James as well as you two.
There's JC, T Dog, C Diddy, and Johnny Rocket. That's what he's trying to say. That's our stage name.
Stage
Yeah.
names. T Dog.
Yeah.
So what's all your socials, lads? I mean, I know I met you on Twitter.
At Big Dirty Rock for pretty much everything.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
You've got
YouTube,
Instagram,
Big Day.
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They're all at Big Dirty Rock. YouTube is at The Big Dirty Rock, is
Big
it?
Day, yeah. We've got
Yeah.
TikTok, but it's a fucking disgrace. So don't even go on it. Please.
Oh, I've been trying to figure that shit out myself, and I just can't get it, man.
It's
Oh,
such a
it's
good platform, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
It is the next platform. We do need to get on it.
Yeah, my wife's on there. She's up there now making a fucking TikTok video at the moment. I guarantee if I went upstairs, she'd be wearing something weird. Shall I go check to see what she's wearing?
Sure, it's not an OnlyFans.
I told her to
She's
get on
literally
that.
on the bed with a fucking massive pillow.
Let me just have a look. Hold on.
She's not stepping on an egg or anything, is she?
She's here, look. No, just show him.
No, she hasn't got no clothes on.
Shut up, Red.
James, you're absolutely in trouble now, mate.
I'm always in trouble.
Yeah, and you can't go out either
I know.
because there's nowhere to go.
She's pissed off. I came back pissed up after playing poker the other day, and I was outside ringing her, and she had work, and I couldn't get into the house because the door was locked. And I woke her up as she came down, and the door was open. I just hadn't turned the handle properly, so it's still making me pay a little bit from that.
What, no bed?
Well, door handles go down, not up, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I was probably just headbutting the door. I was just such a mess.
But did you win?
Yeah, I
You
think
can't
so.
remember, can you?
No, he didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I did. I walked away up, but I think I could have walked away more up. if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you won a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, and winning's always good.
Really, he just mugged the taxi driver.
He did a dirty den.
Yeah, I just left pocket aces on his seat and ran away with all his money.
All right, then, lads, it's been go on, sorry, Dave.
I was going to say, have you guys ever come over the bridge and come to Wales and done any shows in Wales?
Yeah, we have. We did. Is it called the Patriot in Wales?
Yeah, that's about 5 miles from where I live.
Yeah, we played there.
That was awesome. We headlined that. That was where we met a lot of our kind of like sort of really cool fans. Like Claire Hill was there. I think Sam was there.
Yeah.
Haley and Elliot were there. So yeah, that was an awesome gig. That was an awesome venue, actually. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's a good venue. Yeah,
kind of on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a biker bar, like a biker club, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. So I think that's the only one we've done in Wales, isn't it, Chris?
That's where Haley and Elliot asked to play their wedding. They literally saw us, and then at the end of it, they just went, "We play our wedding." We're like, yeah, okay. We didn't believe it, and then later on, we were fucking absolutely shit faced in front of their nan and pap. And it's fuck you.
Sat on a cake.
Yeah. Sat on the nan.
Where's that then, Dave?
It's just as you're going up towards Oakdale on the left-hand side.
Right, okay, yeah, okay.
As you go past through Havadrunnis,
yeah,
and then you turn left to go over the bridge. It's the next left before you go up to Oakdale and up to.
I think we were meant to be playing there again, but then, like you say, COVID and everything just kind of wrapped up. But I think we were meant to play there again, so hopefully we'll be able to get back down there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there's loads of venues over here. Quite a few. I mean, Bristol is always a good sort of music scene because
we've been trying to get a good friend of ours lives down Bristol. Lowell, he was like the local DJ for sort of BBC Introducing down here. He was one of the reasons we got into. Where did we play? Maida Vale. Yeah, we played at Maida Vale Studios in London and did a recording over there. And we've been chatting to him, and he was going to set us up down there with some shows. But again, COVID. But I'd love to play down Bristol. They got a really cool scene down there.
Yeah.
It's
loads of venues, there. Different sizes as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a couple of nice little intimate places, and then you've got like the O2 and everything there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw Steel Panther in the O2.
I did,
I went to watch the supporting acts, the Wayward Sons and Inglorious.
Wayward Sons are another one I'd like to. I saw the video actually with them two supporting them a few years ago, like 2 years ago, is it?
Yeah,
yeah. Really cool. It was packed.
Yeah, well, it was a really good night because I'm sort of friends with the guys from Wayward Sons. So cool. I actually didn't watch Steel Panther much. I was sort of back chatting to them and having a couple of beers and stuff, and then I'd pop out and have a look at Steel Panther. But they got a big following, man. Do you know what I mean? Steel Panther, and all the guys turn up all dressed up, and
the
Wayward Sons are killing it at the moment as well. They're really doing well.
Well, yeah. I saw them in Birmingham supporting Panther as well, and it was great. I'd never really seen them before. I listened to their music, and I was really impressed. I thought they were really good live. But yeah, again, that just goes to show you though, because they're so different from Panther. So it just goes to show you that we can easily get that gig.
What with Wayward Sons?
Yeah,
well, both.
We've got to dress in our attire. We've got it down to T.
Absolutely.
There's loads of festivals over here all the time. So we have them down in the Patty in Swansea. And there's like 2-3 day festivals going on down there all the time. So you want to, try and get hold of the organizer. I think it's Big Day Productions. I think, and
you writing that down, Chris?
Play down there.
Write that down, Chris.
Just in there, Big Day Productions.
Yeah. they have, they have all the acts, Empire and all the guys that you were talking about earlier on. They're all on the, all on the show, like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
that's where we want to be.
Yeah,
David will have a Wayward Toby for you and get you on some Wayward Sons. That'd
be cool, wouldn't it?
Shows. Yeah, have a word, Dave. Just see what they say. Just say, look, those guys, in the big dirty. And when they say, "Oh no, fuck off," say, "No, not them, but some guys who are a bit like them." And then we'll just show up, and we'll all have like them googly eyes and fake mustaches, and go, "I don't know, the big dirty." Are. Anyway, this is Dirty Rider by the Big Dirty.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so looking
Thanks
forward
for
to your
joining
video.
us. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dave.
no, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been good to
good.
chat, and I'm sure we'll be in touch. I mean, as soon as we get out of this lockdown, maybe we can sort some gigs out for you to come over here as well.
100%.
We're in Holland, we're in Wales.
Yeah, you'd be getting
All
around.
right.
You'd be the wheels will be falling off your van. You'd be driving so much.
First before it fucking falls off.
Okay, then, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. We'll have you on again as well, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when this
when we've got
COVID
some
fucks
new
off.
music.
Yeah, and you got some new stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and keep us informed about your little mini film,
Yeah, we will do.
Yes, we will, yeah.
because I'm quite curious about that now.
The little massive
I've
film.
not even seen it yet.
And we have got a music video coming out at the end of this month as well.
Okay,
So you're just gonna have to wait and see about that one.
maybe your mini film can premiere at Cannes.
Yeah,
If you can get out of England.
you're gonna want a few cans to get through it. All right, then, guys. Well, I'm going to go soothe my annoyed wife.
Yeah.
But I shall catch up with you all very soon, I'm sure.
Cool. Thanks,
Brilliant.
man.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Guys.
Thanks
Cheers,
for joining
guys.
us.
Guys.
No,
Cheers,
thanks for
guys.
having us.
Cheers.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Ciao.
Ciao. So, did you enjoy that, Dave?
Awesome. What a bunch of
It's
lads.
a bit. I don't know what the continuity is going to be like on this video.
Well, I got the same T-shirt on.
Me too. I made sure, but my background is a little bit different. Not necessarily the
Oh, yeah.
backdrop, but there is a
Oh, mate.
carpet in the way.
And I got Bruce as well.
All right. Do you know what we're doing there? We're doing a bit of a Rogan thing, so that's cool. Because Rogan's got loads of shit on his desk, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, he did that. I don't know if you know who Rogan is, do you?
No, Seth Rogen. Rogan Josh.
Joe Rogan.
All right.
He's got the biggest podcast in the world, man. He's got like 7 million listeners. So,
I mean, well,
yeah.
we'll have to get him on then.
Well, I've been mailing him, but he's just not answering. So, yeah. But anyway, did you want to introduce somebody?
Yeah. Come here. So, come here, Fudge. So this is, come here. What are you up to? So,
Now she's confused.
She's all excited now. So this is Fudgy. So I've asked everybody to introduce their pets today. So spread a bit of love, bit of animal love. So like I said, she's a 2-year-old Sprudo, or nearly 2-year-old. She's Sprudel. So she's Springer crossed with a poodle.
Okay.
So Mrs. named her Fudge because obviously she was very, very brown when she was a pup, with a little white bit on the front, which is the cream to go with the fudge cake. But as she's getting older, they've got like a funny, I don't know what sort of gene you call it, but they do change color.
Okay.
Over time. So like I know people have bought brown ones and they've turned out apricot. So,
Really?
but she's definitely got an awful lot of white coming in. I don't know if you can see it on there properly.
Yeah.
But people call it grey, so I get a bit upset about that because obviously she's a baby.
Getting older.
But that's it. But so she's definitely getting whiter. But her mum was a pedigree Springer, and she was pretty much fully white. And then the dad was a brown poodle. So, but they normally take the gene of the poodle. But I think there's something, I don't know, so the Springer's coming through on her now.
So is that an anti-allergy dog?
Yes. Yeah. She don't molt. And
Don't molt?
And hyperallergenic as well. Yeah.
All right, cool. So if you've got an allergy to dogs, then you can have one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because a lot of them I know they do like Labradoodles or something they call them. But I think is there anything crossed with a poodle then that is pretty much
pretty much. There's about 5 breeds. I'm not sure if the Bichon is the same as well, but there's a couple of fluffy breeds.
Bichon? That's what you wash your fanny in, isn't it? Oh no, it's a bidet.
What's he saying, Fudge? Huh? So I think there's like 5 breeds that they're intermingling now to make them trendy breeds. Do you know what I mean? So people that have had dogs before
I'm allergic to that dog. I think I'm going to sneeze.
I told you to put a mask on the microphone.
Oh, that's a fucking COVID probably. But
Yeah. Oh dear.
But anyway, you were saying there's 5 breeds of Bichon,
There's a few of them. I can't remember all of them. Obviously, poodle's one
a
of the main ones.
Labradoodle.
Yeah, so they're mixing the poodle with a lot of other breeds now to give them that. But the other thing with them, they're super intelligent as well. So like I've always had Staffordshire Bull Terriers, which are daft as planks. You know, they run into open doors and close. How can you run into an open door? Maybe I should have had another Staffy. But,
maybe you run into the wall.
That's right. Yeah. Whereas like Fudge was so easy to train. They're just really clever. I think the Springers are as well, aren't they? They're a clever breed anyway.
Yeah. Well, hunting, they're working dogs, and most working dogs are pretty intelligent, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely. So that's my Furby. So if everybody else wants to share theirs, whether they want to check some photos on or videos of them doing daft things, which I think can be quite fun to watch, we'll certainly enjoy watching that, and we'll share it on the group.
Yeah, and we'll try and share it on the YouTube channel. If anybody wants to post a video and send us a link, then we can always share it on the YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess.
Yeah. No,
I don't think we'll get in trouble for that, as long as there's no background music from some famous bands, I guess. But,
that's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it for today, I think, Dave.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I enjoyed the interview. Check out their socials, because they've got a big following, actually, haven't they?
They've got quite a big following,
yeah. They have got a big following, and
not as big as James Kennedy, but
no.
Well, maybe his following's fake because we haven't had much interaction back from that, actually.
No, I know. Let's get all the James boys on you. Let's have it.
We need James Kennedy fans, But anyway, forget about James Kennedy because we're talking about the Big Dirty.
Yeah, and then the new album, The Sex.
Well, it's not really new, they said.
No, they released it. Well, they released
last
it
summer.
at the beginning of COVID, didn't they? Unfortunately,
so
like a lot of bands.
July.
And but I know they're looking to tour it very, very soon. So check them out, and we'll put all their socials in the links as well.
We will. All right,
I'll
cool.
I'll post a couple of videos, so I'll check a couple of the music videos on as well.
Yeah, maybe we should ask in the group also, would people like to hear a bit more of us, because when we're doing these interviews now, there's not going to be so much of us in it. But maybe they would like to, because maybe they'd like to for us to do like a midweek episode, maybe, and then an interview on a weekend, or I don't know. We've got to see how it flows, really, I suppose.
Okay.
But if people will interact a little bit more in the group, then not to keep shouting about it, but come on, guys, we need you CHOPSING. So
let's have some CHOPSING.
All right, Dave.
I want to do an episode on beards. Mine's getting a bit out of control now. So, and you've got a beautiful bush. So I think you need to share how you trim it and condition it and look after it. So I think we'll do an episode on the bush.
The bush. You know what they say? A bird in the bush.
That's right.
It's worth 2 in a hand. So I just bought a bird. So.
So let's do it on.
We don't really talk about bushes.
No.
All right. Over and out.
Yeah. Take care.